like science.
I like science.
I like science.
So what's up?
I was wondering who was going to start.
We never plan it.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, it's
So
always like
we'll,
it's like a game of chicken. Who's gonna
yeah,
say
that's what I was
first?
thinking. Who's going to be the first to break? It's not going to be me. Willpower. Green Lantern. Hal Jordan.
Hi guys.
Hello.
This is Shield Podulation. Welcome.
That's Brandy over there.
That's Dave over there,
Yep.
and we're going through all the episodes of Star Trek randomly.
Yep.
So, if this is your first time listening, go back to episode 1 for fuck's sake.
Not that it matters.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a random podcast. Anything you land on is going to be a random episode of Star Trek, so it's not like we're going in order.
No, we're not going in order at all, but the episodes are numbered for, your convenience, I guess. Is that
For
the right
inside jokes, I guess, if we have any.
word?
At most, we have references to other comedians' jokes.
Yeah.
Like I just did a Patton Oswalt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well done, too.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm just going to start doing this at the beginning because reasons. Thanks to Dan Gunther, of course, for letting me copy a spreadsheet. And it's been extremely helpful. And Dan, you're the best. You're one of the people I most love podcasting with. So thank you.
Hey.
Dude, you always come first, but I'm talking about outside our marriage.
Hey.
I have other men outside of our marriage with whom I podcast. Thank you very much.
Right.
And they're all married, so it's fine.
Yep. Fine. So we're just a giant podcasting polycule.
Yes, that's what we are. So again, thanks to Dan. Patrick, still surviving in Minnesota. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah, it was a No Kings protest today. I think the largest one so far.
Yep, over 3,200 different protests across the nation. So peaceful protests, of course. So not that the people in charge know anything about peace.
Right.
And
no justice, no peace.
So those are the things that I sometimes forget to say at the end. Just shout out to Tim because hi Tim.
I thought you were saying shut up. Shut up to Tim. I was like, no, what? Shout out to Tim.
Shout out. Not shut out.
Shut up. Shut up. You.
Not that shut up. Oh, we're off the rails. Guys, we're recording this way later than usual because I have been unwell today. And I slept through some of it. And I'd completely forgotten that it was Saturday and that we were supposed to be doing this podcast. This does not mean that I'm unhappy we're doing this podcast. I love doing this podcast. Do not ever disbelieve that. So, all right. So this week we have back to Deep Space Nine, baby. We've got DS9 Episode 5, Season 12. Whoops.
You got that the other way around there, didn't you?
Episode 12. I have
Season 5,
dyslexia
Episode 12. Begotten, which probably should be begat.
The begotten.
The begotten. More begotten.
Yeah, definite article the begotten.
Yep.
And I didn't know which episode this was until it started. And then I wasn't sure it was the episode that I thought it was. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to watch the credits after the, opening. And, when they start showing the guest stars. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking for James Sloyan's name. There he is. It is that episode.
Yeah, I had suspicions with the thumbnail. It's like, well, it's an Odo episode. Oh, they found this sick changeling. I know which episode this is, and it's one I don't particularly care for.
I don't hate it, but neither do I love it. I do love Mora and Odo working things out.
Okay.
And starting to understand each other better, because Odo is hanging on to a lot of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Resentment.
Thank you. That is the word. For how Dr. Mora treated him, because he didn't know that Odo was a life form yet. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. And to be fair, Dr. Mora can be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Passive aggressive?
Why didn't Odo just tell him to fuck off?
Yeah.
Just tell him to fuck off.
Well, the
It's not
thing,
like he's required to be there, is he?
no, he is. Starfleet wants
Okay.
reports, remember?
Well, fuck off.
Yeah.
Isn't Odo independent? Isn't he not Starfleet?
Yeah, he is not Starfleet.
So fuck off.
Yeah, that's not how it works though. It should be how it works. So, but in any case, the interesting thing about this is what it does, because at this point in the series, the founders have taken away Odo's ability to shapeshift.
Yep.
And so he is stuck in this current form. He's going to Dr. Bashir and complaining about his spine after
It's because
getting
his
up.
posture is too rigid.
Mm-hmm. And like he's ever gonna not be rigid. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Odo. That's the
Yeah.
first thing you think of when you learn about Odo, is that he's rigid.
That's the first thing he shapeshifted was a stick up his ass.
Yeah. Anyway, so and the thing is that the way he gets it is from Quark. Quark gives it to
Yep.
him,
Yep. Quark
and
sells it. It's kind of funny the bargaining that goes on. It's like,
yeah,
well, it's dead, so 5 strips of latinum.
no, slips.
Slips
Slips.
of I mean,
Slips are
what's really the difference between a slip and a strip? In
slips
reality.
are not as thick, they are worth
Yep.
less.
Okay.
So it's like
So it's like a
the
dollar bill.
difference. Yeah, it's like the difference between $1 bill and $100 bill,
Yep.
sort of thing.
So 5 slips of platinum, and it's like, well, it's not dead, it's alive. Well, then 10 slips. Well, it's sick. Okay, 8 slips.
And of course Odo is just fascinated by it. And I love how Quark just holds his little pad up to him and takes the money.
It's
It's
like using
Quark.
Apple Pay
Yeah, it's exactly. It's
or
like,
Venmo.
yeah. Yeah, this very much, see, Star Trek again,
Hmm.
predicting the future.
Yep.
So, yeah, and he's just not even paying attention. All he's doing is looking at this changeling, because this is his kin. These are his people. They're all one big collective. They're all related, all of them. And it seems like this kid, unfortunately, has been out too long, maybe, and alone
Yeah, it's
too
got
long.
like irradiated and got Breaking Bad disease. There's a bunch of like blue crystal meth mixed in with the changeling goo, and really gives the new meaning to the term baby goo. This
Yes.
this baby changeling,
Yeah. Baby goo.
baby goo,
Baby goo.
goo goo muck.
So, and of course, we don't get a lot of Cisco in this episode, which is a shame, because I'm always down to hear his dulcet tones, you know? And so when we do get him, I'm just like, oh, just keep
Yeah,
talking.
he comes in and pretty much is like, suggests that Odo contacts Dr. Mora, which is like, really, dude, stay in your lane. I know what you're trying to do, but Mora basically tortured Odo into shapeshifting. So
Mm-hmm.
fuck off again. And then comes in later to be the threatening representative of Starfleet, which just sits wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Starfleet wants reports. They're threatening to take over the project. You know what that means. They're going to also torture it until it shapeshifts.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bode well for Starfleet all around in this
Well, Starfleet
scenario.
is not in a good place right now because of
Yeah.
all the shit going on with the Dominion Wars.
Yep.
And so they're not in that kind of live and let live mindset. They're not in that scientific curiosity mindset. They're in a we have to defend our people mindset. That is what they are doing. And so they need to know everything about this new creature that they don't understand. because something you don't understand, you don't know what it can do, and that is dangerous. So, of course, they want reports.
Where's
Ugh.
the wormhole take them to? Is it the Gamma or the Delta quadrant? It's the
It's the
Gamma,
Gamma
right?
quadrant. It's the
Right,
Gamma
because
quadrant.
Voyager is the Delta, I believe.
Yeah, Voyager's Delta quadrant. Gamma quadrant is, all of those people that
Well,
are on the other side of the wormhole.
Starfleet keeps poking their nose into the Gamma quadrant, and the founders are like, no. And yet they keep poking their nose, and it's like, no. So it kind of stinks of colonization too. Of
Mm,
colonizers keep pushing over the border, and the the Dominion just going, stay out.
mm.
So no wonder there's a war.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Dominion are really militant.
Well, yeah.
Really militant. And they basically, they think they're the superior beings,
Hmm.
and that's that. And so I don't really hold any great love for them either. I can understand to a point what they feel is happening to them. But at the same time, they are willing to kill absolutely everyone in their
Yep.
path without any kind of remorse, without any kind of oversight, because they want to be the rulers, period, of the Gamma Quadrant and beyond. They think they are above everyone else. And the thing is, well, honey, you haven't been to another galaxy, have you? Because I can tell you that you are not the biggest fish in the pond. So, anyway, so yeah, I understand the motivations of the Dominion for the changelings to want to protect their planet, want to protect their life, because they all come from that big ocean of goo. They're all connected. And if something happens to that big ocean of goo, there's no more changelings. They're all dead.
Right.
So
Yep.
that's kind of a scary thing that they
Well, yeah, that's
really
another thing with
overreact.
Starfleet doing is attempting to genocide the changelings.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it doesn't bode well for Starfleet all around. Yeah, I
No,
get that the Dominion are a threat, but Starfleet isn't really helping themselves out with their behavior and their war plans.
well, yeah, and that's the sticky wicket, if I can use that terminology,
Hmm.
is that how do you fight a war against a species that is way more advanced than you are, and win? How do you do that? How do you stay alive? Because no matter what they say, no matter what they do, the Dominion isn't going to bow down to any of their wishes at all. It's basically their way or the highway. And if other people don't get on board, they'll just kill them.
Yep.
That's what they have the Jem'Hadar for. So yeah, it's a big mess, the whole Dominion thing and the changelings and
Yeah, that's a lot of killing to protect a planet with a goo lake.
that's an entire civilization.
Hmm.
Okay. Just like this planet, wouldn't we try to protect ourselves from being destroyed
I don't know.
if someone
People couldn't
bigger
even
and
protect
meaner?
themselves from a virus, so really, what are people gonna do?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, is that we've gotten off track about what this episode is about, but I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
stopping. Um, I'm thinking about in the future. I'm not talking about what we would do today. I'm talking about if we had starships, if we had
Ah,
Starfleet, if we had weapons, and the Dominion were just coming in and invading our homeworlds and destroying all of the people on the planet. Yeah, that's extreme. That's extreme. And the
yeah.
thing, how do you fight back against that? How do you fight back against that? Because they are superior in pretty much every way.
Yep.
And yet, so yeah, and I'm sure I would bet money that it absolutely crossed Mora's mind that if they could get this kid to shapeshift, they could possibly send it in as a double agent to find out what's going on with the founders, etc. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of feels like he would probably think that. Thankfully, that's never actually vocalized. So Maybe he's a better person than I think he is. All I can say though is I love James Sloyan, who is the person who plays Dr. Mora. I have seen him in a million things for
Oh
most of
yeah.
my life, and I've just always loved him. He can play, this kind of guy like Dr. Mora. He can play someone who's very innocent. He can play someone who's completely, slimy. Just everything. He's
Yeah.
he's been a character actor for so many years.
He's got a Mark Maron energy to him.
Hmm. In this episode, yes, but as a
Yeah.
person, I don't agree with
Yep.
that.
Yeah, when he
As
plays a slime ball, he definitely has a like if you think of Maron and Glow, he kind of has that thing going on.
Have I seen that?
That's the lady wrestling show
Oh, right. I couldn't remember. It's
where
because I'm just like Glow. That's familiar, but I don't
he
remember
made
what.
sleazy movies and then got into lady wrestling
Yes, I
production.
remember. And
Yeah.
then that series was unceremoniously canceled, and we never
Mm.
got any resolution
Yeah, not
to
really.
the dangling plot lines. So
No.
fuck you, whoever canceled that.
Yep.
All right. So where were we? Dr. Mora. Right. Dr. Mora and
Yep. Dr.
Odo.
Mora, Odo, working things out, as you put it, which
Hmm.
is, understanding that Dr. Mora didn't know Odo was a life form, but even when he did,
He still did
still
things.
did what I would consider extreme measures to get him to
Yep.
shapeshift,
Agree.
which is, electrifying a space so it would force Odo to go into the center and form a shape.
Hmm.
But he acknowledges that Odo's approach helps too, that there's patience and communication and there's discussion of expectations. It's like this is a sphere, this is a cube, this is a cylinder, this is a pyramid. And familiarize yourself with the shape.
Yeah. And he does get it to basically turn itself into like a three-layer cake. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
But without layers.
Yeah, the
Um,
the squat cylinder. Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is that Dr. Mora knows things that Odo does not, because he's the one who worked with Odo, and he didn't keep a lot of files. He's very a little bit flippant about that. Oh, I didn't actually write down most of this stuff.
Well,
It's just all
it's
up in here.
gotta remember the Bajorans are very religious
Hmm.
people, and so there might be some anti-science there that they don't really follow the scientific theory and mark things down in paper and have things peer reviewed.
Yeah,
Science on
fair.
Bajor is probably a little backwards,
Behind,
um,
definitely
behind.
behind the current galaxy standard, I
Yeah.
guess.
Also, there's something about like the Nazi experimentation that we're still benefiting from that, and it was a horrible thing to do to people,
Mm-hmm.
yet there was still knowledge that was recorded. And so it kind of stinks of that,
Mm-hmm.
is that
Agree.
here's this guy that went to extreme measures to reach these ends, and we're going to apply that knowledge in this instance on this new changeling. And it's that that boost. But do you really want to ride on that knowledge, even if it sets you steps ahead, knowing how that was achieved?
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. When it comes to the human race, there are terrible, terrible things that have been done in the name of knowledge.
Yeah.
Just terrible, awful things.
Well, vivisection, animal experimentation, all kinds of things.
Yeah,
Human
just
experimentation.
yeah,
Um,
so much.
the Tuskegee experiments when you just
Ugh.
give black men like syphilis and just watched it ravage their bodies just to take notes.
Yeah, because they were not real people.
Yeah.
They were only two-thirds of a human. Ugh.
Yep.
I will never get past that. And
That
I will never not
mentality.
be
Yep.
angry. I will
Hmm.
never not be angry that any person of any color was ever treated with such
Yeah, such
hate,
disdain and yep.
disdain, and hatred.
Cruelty,
Yeah,
callousness.
all of it, all of it. It's so cute watching Odo go into dad mode. I
Yeah.
I know this is a very serious thing, but he's just like, oh, I'm going to take care of this baby, and I'm going to teach it everything I know.
it's very Odo-centric, and we do get a lot of him being a daddy, which is something he never thought he'd be able to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he and Kira at the end have a little moment about that because, she's carrying the O'Brien's child to term
Yep.
and then giving it up is like she's empty. And, she's carried this child through childbirth, and it's like being a surrogate. It's like you've nurtured this child within your body and then you've given it up. And then what? You're not holding that child, you're not raising that child. There's just this disconnection and emptiness. And Odo feels very similar
Mm-hmm.
that he was raising this little changeling only for it to, of course, die.
Did it die though, or did it just become a part of Odo, and so it isn't
Yeah,
really
I think it was like a
dead?
last minute sacrifice kind of thing. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
dying of this radiation thing that inexplicably returned. So here have my changeling abilities so you can shapeshift again.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the point of your character, and that was a dumb idea to take it away from you. So we're going to give it back to you for
Mm-hmm.
story reasons.
Yep. Yep. This is one of those problems with television back then, is that they do this major thing and then they're like, people didn't like that at all.
It's the rise of Skywalker problem.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce a problem, immediately solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no tension. Oh my
Nothing.
God, Chewbacca died. No, he didn't. Oh my God, we're going to drown. No, we're not. Just there's no tension whatsoever. You just introduce a problem, immediately solve it.
Yeah, except for Han in
Except for
The
Han,
Force
but
Awakens.
yeah, but yeah,
He
I'm
totally died.
specifically talking about Rise of Skywalker as
Yeah, I
the
know.
way that's directed, is the breakneck pace and just problem solution, problem solution, problem solution. You don't ever
Yeah.
sit in anything. There's no suspense.
There is a little bit, just a tiny bit towards the end
Hmm.
when all the Star Destroyers have powered up,
Yeah.
and there's hardly anyone there who can actually help. And then the entire fleet of the whole fucking galaxy shows up, which is a pretty great moment. But
That's true.
it, but that's like, that's like the only really good part
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a pretty bad
movie.
movie when it opens with the opening crawl being like, Palpatine returns for reasons.
Yeah, just so bad idea. Just
Yeah.
bad idea. Why would you do that? And the interesting thing is there are a lot of people didn't enjoy, what was the second movie? Something
It was Last
Jedi,
Jedi.
Last Jedi. Um
I liked
I,
half of it.
yeah, but the thing about that is Ryan Johnson tried to do something
Hmm.
different.
Oh, I love that he was going with the middle path because
Yes.
that's the direction you should go. Because
Hmm.
all of Star Wars is Jedi Sith, Jedi Sith, Jedi Sith, and that's untenable. You can't have two extremes battling against each other. You have to find the middle path, which
Hmm.
is the direction they're going with the Kylo Ray thing, is those two meet in the middle and become a force of their own.
Hmm.
That is perfect. That's how you solve the Jedi Sith issue.
Yep.
But they just drop the ball on that and just resort to the same old Jedi Sith mindset by reintroducing the Emperor.
Yeah, and that's because they're like, well, we can't break any new ground here. So we're just going to
Yeah.
repeat what we've already done and, slap shiny new visual effects on it and throw in a really great scene that in the end doesn't really actually mean as much as it should.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just, they could have gone a different way. They could have actually branched out and made something more interesting. But Star Wars is, and don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars. I do
Uh-huh.
not love the prequels. I love the original trilogy. I love parts of The Force Awakens,
Right.
and I love parts of the
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. I know I liked a lot more of The Last Jedi
Right.
than I did of Force Awakens.
That makes
and
sense.
and then the third one, I was just like, there's
Yeah,
one
Rise of
thing I liked
Skywalker
in
is
that.
awful. It's just bad.
There's one thing I liked. That was it.
Yeah, I
But
liked Luke's force projection beating
mhm.
shit up. That was fun.
Well,
Uh,
see, and
um,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
uh, what was I gonna say? Something about Star Wars. Uh, I don't know. Sorry. Continue.
No, it's okay. Gosh, that one Star Wars series that only had the one season and had too many black women for cishet white guys. What was that one called? I can't remember.
Oh my
Um,
God. That wasn't
the twins,
the.
the twin girls.
Oh, that was Acolyte.
Thank you. Thank
Acolyte
you.
was fun. That they had the four sisters and
Hmm.
they had a forced birth of twin sisters who were actually one person but split into two.
Yeah. And that was interesting. That was taking things in a different direction, something we
Hmm.
had never seen before.
Yep.
And
It was
people
interesting.
just want the same thing over and over again, apparently.
Well, Acolyte was great because it had the Jedi as ACAB.
Yes.
They fucked up royally
Mm-hmm.
by going to
Mm-hmm.
this planet and enforcing the rules on a place they didn't belong,
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, the Force belongs to us. You're not supposed to use it. Who says?
Mm-hmm. Who says the Force is for fucking everybody? That's
Yep.
why it's called the Force. It's not called the Force for only the Jedis and the Sith. It's
And our
just the Force.
kid from The Good Place as a villain,
Mm-hmm.
doing a
That was
really excellent
crazy.
job. Yeah.
Oh, so good. So
Yeah.
good. Really impressive. Yeah. That's the kind of direction I
Yep.
wanted to see Star Wars go. But nope,
Yeah,
nope, we're
it's
not doing
interesting.
that.
Hmm.
Not doing that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
still
sorry.
haven't watched all of Andor. It was hard to get into. I hear that's the problem with it, is it's a slow burn and it's hard to really get into it. And there's a lot of it too.
Yeah. Well, the thing
Andor
is,
takes a while to watch.
what I've heard is that once you get into it, you
Yeah,
will not want to stop.
right.
So that's it's something we'll return to at some
Yeah.
point. But anyway, I don't know why I went off on all of that, but just I
Well,
guess
there's only so much we can talk about with this episode. I
yeah,
mean,
look,
they
I'm not
really focus hard on specific things that we've already addressed.
yeah. Oh, okay. The reason why I went off on this is because of episodic TV of the 90s and early 2000s was still set in this episodic thing.
Yeah.
And to be
Well,
fair,
yeah.
Deep Space Nine had a lot better continuity than previous Star Trek series. And yet, when they got to Voyager, they just went back to, oh, we still have a full complement of shuttles. It's just
Yeah.
things that happen that are never mentioned again, never looked back on. We just forget that they existed until we have a rewatch of whatever season and then realize, oh, yeah, what happened there? Why don't we have any closure on that?
Hmm.
So Deep Space Nine is a bit better than that in that
Yep.
regard, but it still has its moments where it's just like, okay, so this is supposed to be really dramatic, and ultimately it doesn't actually mean anything except for it's a way to give Odo his powers back.
Yeah. Because does his brief moment of being a father contribute anything to his character from here on in out?
Nope, no, it does not.
Yeah. So, hmm.
Yeah.
He just can shapeshift again, and that's the extent of it.
Yeah,
And I
and
guess he, you know, I guess water under the bridge with him and Dr. Mora, which
yes.
I still don't like. I don't like the redemption arc with Mora because I don't think Mora learned anything really.
Mm,
I think Odo changed more than Mora did. Mora seems vindicated in his actions, in his extreme actions, that his process works. You torture the thing and it obeys. That's what we learn from his
mm.
experiments.
Yeah, and I can see that, but I can also see a different side of it where it's not about Mora so much as it is about how Odo wants to carry himself and wants to carry this gift that this child gave him.
Right.
And so there's understanding there, but at the same time, I don't think that he just wipes away all the bad blood. Yes, they can speak cordially and whatnot, but there's always going to be that between them because he was tortured. You don't ever forget
Yeah.
that. And
Well,
true, Moore didn't know he was a thing. He was a being, okay? And to be fair, haven't humans done the same thing?
Mm.
Humans
Well,
have done the same thing,
it
but
feels a little bit like vindication for Mora because it feels, at least the way it's written. I don't know if it's the way it's performed because it feels like the Odo character is still reluctant
mm,
to accept that this experimentation, this torture is what granted Odo the shape-shifting abilities. Otherwise, he would have never progressed. That it took it's kind of like with the X-Men and mutants. It takes
mm,
like a moment of intensity and stress for it to trigger your mutant ability. And that's why, a lot of people complained about Magic and New Mutants being very racist. The whole point of the character doing that was to trigger a mutant response in what's
mhm.
her name? Moonglow? Something like that? What's
Yeah,
Moonshadow? Can't
don't
remember
remember.
what the wolf character's or name was.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, I want to say Moonglow for some reason. But yeah, to trigger that mutant ability, that's why she was being racist. Not because she is racist, because it would cause stress
Hmm.
and produce the mutant ability to make it exhibit itself. Because she was reluctant to do that because it's so destructive.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't forgive Dr. Mora.
Right.
So, and I
Yeah, but
don't
if
think
it feels like
I
they're trying to get Odo to do it, but I don't, and I don't think Odo should. So it feels unsettling.
yeah, I took it as Odo not, being mean to him all the time. But I
Right.
didn't take it as complete forgiveness. I took it as they now understand each other better. But Odo is absolutely, I mean, if another shape-shifting child dropped in his lap, he absolutely would not call Mora. Absolutely
Hmm.
not.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
he learned what he needed to learn, which is, a little bit of the stick and a little bit of the carrot.
Hmm.
It's not just the stick. And even Morris saying, spare the rod, spoil the child, which some people think is in the Bible and it's not.
It's absolutely not.
And it's a horrible statement,
Hmm.
is that you need to beat your children or they'll be out of line. I mean, that's essentially what that's saying.
Hmm. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Terrible thing. Okay, let's leave that alone and
Yep.
talk about the B plot, which is very
Oh,
short.
our comic relief B plot.
Yeah. I'm going to say up front, I want to know the process uh of childbirth for Bajoran women and how they maintain that calm. I want to know how that is done because painful childbirth is a fact of life for
Yeah.
humans.
Well,
And
that's
it sucks. And it's just like the baby came out so gently
hmm
and just like, what? Why can't we have this?
And how is banging on a gong relaxing?
Well, it has to. I. She's Bajoran. Okay, we don't
Okay.
know all of their customs, but it's something obviously that she's been raised with, and it's creating a specific pattern that is calming to her.
It's like
So,
playing T-Rex or Power Station. Bang a gong, get it on.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, obviously, uh, the actor Nana, Nana Visitor was actually had already had her baby,
Hmm.
and she was wearing a false pregnant tummy because she actually this is how this whole thing happened. Everybody
Right.
probably knows this is that she got pregnant. She and Alexander Siddig had been fooling around and she
Hubba
got
hubba.
pregnant and they decided, yeah, let's not do this, carrying pots and placing flowers in weird places sort of thing. Let's write this into the whole story. And so that's how the whole surrogate mother thing came to be, and because Keiko could not carry her child, and so Kira volunteered and took care of that baby in her womb until he was born.
Which is a hell of
So
a sacrifice to do for somebody because
it is.
pregnancy alters the body.
It does.
And a lot of like anti-abortion people are, don't take into consideration the effects pregnancy has on a
Hmm.
woman. I mean, there's I mean, just basic things like acne, but there's also calcium depletion and loss
Mm-hmm.
of teeth and loss of hair, uh, developing allergies that you didn't have previously. There's
Mm-hmm.
all manner. It's like going through an illness in a lot of ways.
Uh-huh.
That it's going to leave you, devastated after you've had a child. You're going to be, more prone to sickness and all manner of things.
Oh yeah. Giving birth to a child is traumatic and
Mhm.
devastating to the female body.
Right.
That's all there is to it. But yeah, and of course we got Shakar. I don't know if you
Yep.
guys know this, but I hate Shakar.
I don't think anybody likes Shakar. I don't think there's a single person out there that likes Shakar.
Shakar, I mean, the
I
actor
think
who plays him is
yeah, the actor's
handsome.
fine. He's handsome, but
Yeah,
the
but I can't,
character
don't
is
like him.
unlikable.
Yep.
You know that Kira could do better. I mean, even her and Odo, though, we that's kind of a weird thing in its own right. But yeah, that's preferable
Hmm.
to her and Shakar.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Kira's history with men, she has not always made the best choices. In fact, more often than not, she has not made good
That's
choices.
typical because she's so badass
Hmm.
that that would be her one blind spot
Yeah,
is not finding
fair.
the man to match her because maybe there isn't one.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, her chemistry with Gul Dukat is like electric, but
Hmm.
Gul Dukat is an ass who I believe is implied and maybe even explicit that Gul Dukat slept with her mother.
Oh, no, that's actually
Yeah.
completely true.
So
Yeah.
that would be ick. That'd give you the ick. I mean, outside of like stuff on Pornhub,
Yeah.
that it's just gross.
It, it is gross. Belle Ducat is gross. But god damn, he's charismatic.
Yep.
He can work with anyone. Like
Yeah.
Marco Lamo is amazing at just being horrible, but
Hmm.
also so what's the word I'm looking for here? I hate when I do this. I don't know. I can't find the word. Oh, fucking ADHD brain.
Yeah.
He's so charismatic. There it is. Charismatic. Yeah.
He's magnetic, he's charismatic, and there's moments where you think maybe he's going to do a turn and maybe there's something redemptive about him, but then he
Nope.
backslides.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just these glimpses of who he could be and how amazing a person that would be if, he took his charisma, his magnetism, his cult of personality really and applied it in a positive manner.
Mm.
I mean, he'd be remarkable, but no, he's too obsessed with power and control and so on.
Yeah. Sucks to be him.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. And that confession, of course, that Kira gives to Odo that, she's had this baby and now she doesn't have a baby.
Yep.
And she spent all this time carrying this baby and now it's just gone.
So the two of them should work on making a new baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Just get on that right now.
Man, could you believe sex with Odo?
Oh, he could do so many
I mean, it's
things.
like sex with Mr. Fantastic. He's gonna fill up all your spaces.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, whatever you're into, it'd be like
Yeah.
having like one of those toys that inflate.
Ooh. I never thought of Odo that way before, and now I can't get it out of my brain.
Yep.
Thanks, Dave.
Mm-hmm. Say it's like sex with Mr. Fantastic. It's like Sue Storm's an amazing woman. It's like, why is she with Reed Richards? It's like, well,
Well, she was with Reed before they got
yeah,
their
that's true.
powers, but
She's
even so.
whatever they call the that sexual attraction to smart people.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Sapien sexual, something like that.
Yeah, but anyway. So that's really all that happens in this episode. There's this very
Yep.
small B plot and this
It's
A plot that's just all about Odo.
it's very baby oriented.
Yeah, it is very baby oriented because we've got a baby
It's
changeling.
baby Trek.
Ba-
And if you're not interested in babies, you're like, "Ugh, whatever.
Yeah.
Damn breeders.
So He says this because I'm incapable of having children. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, and I mean, we used to talk about the potential of having children, but I think it was more social expectation on us than rather than
yes,
what we wanted.
yes,
It's like,
exactly.
do we
And
want a child? No.
no, we
They'd
don't.
have awesome names, but no.
They would have awesome names. But no, we are not having kids because I can't. And yes, I could adopt, we could adopt. I don't want kids. I don't want kids. So
You can have the kids for us.
yeah, there are plenty of people that can have the kids for us,
Yeah.
except, there's all this lack of bodily autonomy for women right now. So,
Yeah. Well,
so,
also, male fertility seems to be in the decline because of microplastics in the testicles, likely.
oh, goody.
Yep.
Oh, goody.
So we might have a children of men scenario coming in the next few generations.
That's a bad idea.
Yep.
All right. Um, let's stop there. We've gone all over the place in this
Well, we
one.
talked, I think, more about Star Wars than we did Star Trek.
No,
Oh, I
no, we
remembered what I
didn't.
was going to say about Star Wars.
Okay.
Is Disney buying Star Wars for an incredible amount of money and not
Mm-hmm.
having any plans for it?
Mm-hmm.
Dumb.
Yep.
Have a plan before you buy a property. Go,
Yep.
okay, we're going to spend this much. What are we going to do with it? They had no plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Force Awakens is basically A New Hope 2.0.
Yep.
It's like copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
And then they really didn't know what to do with Last Jedi. They really didn't know what to do with Rise of Skywalker. The sequels are a mess.
Yeah.
And the prequels aren't great either. We just have that main trilogy, and even Return of the Jedi is kind of half and half. I mean, it's a movie of like two halves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
and you
we've
could
got
feel, Lucas veering into this is entertainment for kids, specifically after Empire, which was a more adult-oriented episode.
which is I still feel the best of the entire Star Wars
Yep.
movies.
Though it doesn't work as a standalone film.
No, it doesn't, and I still harbor resentment at that cliffhanger. I
Uh-huh.
was, how old was I when I saw that? What was that? 1982, is that right? 1981? 1981. I think it was 1981. I don't remember. I think it was 1981 though.
Every
Could be
time you
wrong.
say 1981, you said it so often now. Now I'm thinking of the Public Image Limited song.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, I saw that in the theater. It scared the shit out of me, but I was very, very young. And again, I'm a sensitive person
Uh-huh.
and things affect me differently than they affect the general populace.
Right.
So, yeah, my sisters weren't very nice about that.
No.
Anyway, what was I going to say? I don't remember. But the Empire
Us
Strikes Back,
about
excellent.
talking about everything. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Empire Strikes
Darth
Back,
Vader.
excellent. Yeah. So I just oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I am looking forward though to Grogu and the Mandalorian, or Mandalorian and Grogu,
The
or
Mando
whatever.
movie. Yep.
The Mando movie. Because yeah. Actually, this the Mandalorian is what made me like Pedro Pascal more. I mean, we knew
Oh,
of
yeah.
him from Game of Thrones,
Well,
where he got killed way too soon.
yeah, it's perfect way to do Star Wars is you have to go back to the basics, which is okay, you take basically Flash Gordon
Mm-hmm.
and you merge it with Japanese samurai films.
Yes.
You take those two elements and combine them. So what you basically have is your sci-fi elements with your robots, your droids, all your Flash Gordon-y stuff, and Lone Wolf and Cub.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Favreau is lifting from, is the samurai with this little child he's carrying around with him. And it works perfectly.
Yep. Good times. Good times. Anyway, Dave, is there anything you want
Uh-huh.
to tell the people?
What do I want to tell the people? I've been writing a lot, which is fun. Wrote a lot today
Nice.
because you're sitting on the couch while I was just type, 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 type.
Yep. You were
A
pecking at those keys.
particular chapter that was kind of an info dump is like, okay, here's some stuff that happened in the past so I can get back to the present.
Yep.
What else? You can find me on Blue Sky. You can find me on Bandcamp. You can find me on Tumblr, though I don't really do much there. It's DJ Evil Dave. I'm that in most places. If you want to listen to the podcast without going through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever else there is, hear this. I put the MP3 directly on that website. I can only do 50 episodes, and I think there's about 48 there currently. I just dropped the oldest and put in the newest. So there's no way to listen to it from the beginning, but you'll be able to listen to at least the 48 episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm having major allergies at the moment.
Yeah, and all the time that you were wiping your eyes, you were making your voice sound different. So
Was
if
I?
anyone, yeah, if anyone was wondering why Dave's voice kind of went in and out a little bit, that is why. He's
Oh,
having
it's
major
probably because my
allergies
hand
and
was in
was,
front of my mouth, maybe. I don't
yes,
know.
exactly. That's exactly it.
Uh,
Your hand kept going in front of your mouth.
like
So, and
this. Hello, how are you doing?
no, that's too fast. You were doing it a lot slower.
Hello, how are you doing?
No, just
Okay.
stop it. Don't recreate it.
All right.
You can find me on Blue Sky Brandywine, and Instagram as Brandy Jackola. I'm not one that's very addicted to social media, so I'm never going to be on Facebook again either. The
Yeah,
only time I
Facebook
will use
sucks.
Facebook is to use Messenger.
Oh, did you hear the metaverse collapsed?
Did not hear that. Did not hear that.
Yep. So all that rigmarole about, this virtual reality thing that Mark Zuckerberg was going on and on and on and on about. Yeah, it amounted to nothing, and everybody assumed it would amount to nothing in the first place, which is why
Mm,
nobody went to it, which is why it collapsed.
mm, yeah,
I mean, they already had Second Life, and that was probably the best you could ever do it. And that
yeah.
was mostly for freaks to get on their virtual sex on for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty
they
much what it
hold
turned into.
raves and stuff, and I guess Fortnite does that now because you could have like concerts and stuff, and that Fortnite's been kind of having issues in its own right because every once in a while they'll have a big event and it just kind of crashes because they didn't really
Mm.
prepare for it very well.
You had
Oh
one
yeah.
job.
Yep. What number am I typing into the randomizer?
I am not done, David.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have to say where you are.
Yeah, I said that I was on the social media, but I also wanted to say that every month I do a podcast with my good friend Dan Gunther, author of the spreadsheet that we use to track these episodes of Star Trek. And we talk about the Star Trek comics for that month. And so by the time this is out, it'll be a few days after that. That this episode, the newest episode of Positively Trek Comics Edition, will be out. So keep an eye out for that. Someday, when we get new Star Trek again, which probably next will be Strange New Worlds, we will be back, of course, with the Positively Unready, which was formerly the Unready Room. But then the reason that that changed is because Dan's like, why am I doing a podcast separately for Positively Trek and then doing Unready Room and talking about the same thing? Let's just do Unready Room and then
Uh-huh.
release it as a podcast
Yep.
and
Yeah,
call
why
it
double up
Positively Unready.
on, yeah, why do the same podcast twice? It's
Yeah,
just
it's hard
pointless.
work. It's hard
Yeah.
work. So that's those are the things. And now, Dave, now it is time for you to find a number between something and something. I gotta get back
Is
to
it
the
1 and
spreadsheet.
964, I want to say?
I think you're right. I forget every time, but I'm just pulling up the spreadsheet to keep clicking on the wrong buttons because that's what I do best, is clicking on. I don't want to use Google Sheets and Chrome. Stop fucking asking me that. I'm not
Yeah,
going to use
anytime it's like
Chrome if I
AI
have.
assist, I'm like, bullshit.
Mm,
It's like, use
yeah,
Chrome. No, thank you.
yeah, I'm
I don't
not
like
doing
Chrome.
that. I don't like Chrome either. I have to use it for work, but
Yeah, I
I
don't like
will
the
not use it.
interface.
I will not
Everything
use it for fun.
disappears.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
want to see my track bar. Don't
Hmm.
hide my track bar.
Yep. Okay, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep that mouse a scrolling. 964 is a number. That's
All right.
high. Okay,
606.
606. Not 616. That's the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, this is 10
606.
off.
606. 606. 606. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Ah, getting there. 606. Here we go. Oh, wow. It's another season 7 of Voyager.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is season 7, episode 2,
Oh,
Imperfection.
Imperfection. So we should lower our expectations.
Yeah, they'll probably just remark on how they have all the shuttles. It's a full complement of shuttles.
At season 7, probably. They'll probably have everything.
Yeah.
Except their weird goo bags that they use for power. It's like she's using like silicone breast implants things for their power cells.
Yeah, how many times did that thing fuck them up?
Yeah.
Like so many times. Like macrocosm is all about that.
Yep.
But you know,
don't you put this in your sandwich bag? You know, like put it in your freezer, put it in your sandwich bag to keep your sandwich cold.
Yeah.
Those things.
The funny thing is that I love macrocosm because it's Ripley Janeway, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's fantastic. Love that for her.
Love a girl in a tank.
She's
Show
magnificent.
those arms and those shoulders.
Yeah, grab a phaser. We're going to get some answers.
Tank top's gotta be one of the sexiest shirts ever.
Yep, agree. And also one of the most comfortable.
Yep.
So, all right. So there we are. Imperfection.
Imperfection.
I'm gonna just write this down now. And hey, this is our 60th episode, Dave.
Hey, happy 60th.
Isn't this like some kind of landmark that most people don't make it to this point?
Possibly. I think 10 is a major one because some podcasts never make it to 10. And I think 100's a big deal too, but that's probably just kind of the connection to when television shows would have a 100th episode and that meant syndication. But 60, I don't know. I don't know if that's that big of a deal.
Well, I think
52 is a big deal because if you're weekly, that's a whole year.
Yeah.
So we're 8 on top of 52. So.
Yep. Alrighty.
So that says that we've been podcasting this show for over a year.
Yep.
Because we used to do it every 2 weeks and now we're weekly.
Yes, that is exactly right. Okay, then. Well, you all have your homework. Voyager Season 7, Episode 2, Imperfection. And as per usual, fight fascism, fuck ICE, take care of yourselves, and go out and
find joy where you can.
Find joy where you can. Go do the good things.
Yep.
And live long and prosper. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Almost forgot that part.
Yeah.